In my last video, I discussed how Disney Imagineering has lost its magic, particularly in recent years. That video has become one of the most popular on my channel, and many viewers requested that I explore this topic in greater detail. In this video, I will share my thoughts on every ride and decision made by Disney that has contributed to a less magical theme park experience, while also examining what Universal has been doing to address this gap. I've discussed Galaxy's Edge numerous times on this channel, emphasizing my disappointment with it. It's heartbreaking to realize how much potential was lost. Plenty of documented evidence from concept art to interviews with Imagineers on Disney Plus illustrates what Galaxy's Edge could have been. Knowing that it could have been based on the original trilogy with some influence from the prequel trilogy, only to be altered for the sequel trilogy is genuinely disheartening. To make matters worse, the promise of droids and original characters wandering the park were never fulfilled, and Disney is still trying to make up for that today. It's disappointing that plans for a table service restaurant, a tailor, and potentially a third ride were cut due to budget overruns. The final project is generally acceptable. It successfully captures the essence of Star Wars and features two impressive rides, although one occasionally breaks down. However, much of the experience relies on purchasing a lightsaber or creating a droid, which can be expensive. Recently, Disney has offered additional attractions, such as fireworks and projection shows. Many visitors wish these experiences had been included from the beginning and should be available in both parks. This area was intended to compete with Universal's Hogsmeade, but failed miserably. It lacks unique interactions, distinct characters, and a captivating atmosphere. To make matters worse, you can dress up in your own Harry Potter attire at Hogsmeade, while at Galaxy's Edge, you can only dress up during special events like Star Wars nights. I need to mention an even worse execution: Avengers Campus. I'm not a big fan of the architecture there. It feels bland, generic, and overly contemporary. When I visit a theme park like Disney or Universal, I expect to be transported to a different place or time within a themed area. Unfortunately, the only location that accomplishes this effectively is Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, while the rest of the region fails to engage me fully. I have an issue with the Spider-Man ride. Did you know it isn't the first of its kind? A similar attraction exists at Legoland, specifically on the Lego Ninjago ride. While I understand that Disney doesn't always need to create groundbreaking attractions, I find it disappointing that this was their best offering for Spider-Man. Disney could and should have done better with this ride, especially considering Disney parks outside of the US feature more impressive attractions, which I will discuss shortly. The recent themed areas at Disney parks have left me uncertain about what to expect. With upcoming attractions like the Coco Water ride and Avatar ride, Disney's recent lackluster experiences signal a diminished effort in their theme parks moving forward. A mechanical arm designed to lift riders is a notable feature of the upcoming Tony Stark ride at Avengers Campus. When I first saw this ride, it felt familiar. Legoland has a similar concept, but after discussing it with my friend, we were reminded of the Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey ride. I am dumbfounded that this was the best they could have came up with for a pivotal character such as Tony Stark when there could have been so much more done. While Disney parks in the US have been experiencing a decline, the company has been innovating abroad. The introduction of Disney Springs in Japan sparked discussions online last year, showcasing genuinely innovative technology in its new rides, particularly the Peter Pan ride. I also think about Shanghai Disneyland, which stands out for its Zootopia Land and other themed areas like the Pirates of the Caribbean area and Tomorrowland. What's intriguing is that these innovative rides are first unveiled internationally before being brought to the US Disney parks. I appreciate this approach, especially with the Tron ride, although it feels somewhat lacking. Instead of creating something unique for the Disney parks in the US, Disney often takes rides from abroad and repurposes them here. Disney parks have introduced various services that have changed in recent years. The FastPass system has evolved into Genie Plus, which now requires guests to pay a fee. For example, it costs around $80 for a group to access the FastPass line. Additionally, for popular attractions like the Spider-Man ride and Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway, there is an extra charge of $25. This shift means that services once included in the ticket price are now being monetized, requiring guests to consider these additional costs when planning their visits. Last year, Disney announced that its parks would focus on existing intellectual properties, IPs. This shift indicates that Disney parks no longer aims to push the boundaries of what is possible in a theme park experience. Instead, they seem content to offer a more conventional experience while charging guests for various services, merchandise, and food. Additionally, Disney appears more inclined to take iconic scenes from movies or TV shows and transform them into rides rather than creating attractions based solely on original concepts that don't connect to any specific film or show. Over the years, Disney has increasingly prioritized profits, particularly with its theme parks. Attractions like Galaxy's Edge and Avengers Campus have fallen short of expectations, and the parks are becoming known more for their merchandise and food than for compelling, unique rides that leave a lasting impression. Instead of delivering exceptional experiences, Disney seems to be relying on marketing these attractions while expecting guests to be satisfied with less. In the last video, one comment stood out. Quote, "I hate to be overly negative, but Disney just wants to make money. The less time guests spend riding rides or enjoying the theming, the more time they spend buying overpriced souvenirs and food. Disney hasn't had any problems with attendance in years, and they can pretty much get away with anything at this point, and the parks will still be packed." This comment effectively summarizes Disney's new approach to its theme parks. Innovation no longer seems to be a priority. Instead, Disney appears more focused on profit, and many Disney fans seem willing to accept this change. Universal, on the other hand, enhances the experience of its parks. Hogsmeade has become a fully interactive area where guests can use wands and dress up in their chosen Hogwarts house attire. Visitors can meet characters such as the night bus operator, the train conductor, and occasionally Death Eaters. This level of immersion offers an experience from which the Disney parks could benefit. Thanks to Super Nintendo World, Universal has transformed how you interact with theme parks. You gamify your experience in the park by purchasing a band, perform well in various activities, and you can hit question blocks to collect coins, participate in challenges to earn keys, and even accumulate coins and keys while racing in Mario Kart. Successfully gathering all 3 keys allows you and your group to access a locked area, Bowser Jr.'s castle, at no additional cost. Universal is not holding back when it comes to showcasing the inside of Epic Universe. The park features characters walking around, interactive dragons that guests can pet, and dragons that can move independently. Soon, we'll see these dragons soaring through the sky. These unique interactions seem to respond directly to some of the criticisms aimed at Disney, and I believe it's a brilliant marketing strategy. Finally, Universal has surpassed Disney with Epic Universe mainly through an area called Celestial Park. This park embodies the area's sense of wonder and discovery, aiming to inspire connections with others and nature. Unlike Disney, Celestial Park is not based on any intellectual property. Instead, it represents a unique space that stands apart from everything else, a refreshing contrast. In conclusion, Disney should pay close attention to the innovations at Universal and make concerted efforts to elevate its theme parks. The goal should be to match or surpass the immersion experiences that Universal Studios provides, rather than simply falling short, as loyal fans will always come to its defense. Disney has been known for pushing creative boundaries and showing what is possible rather than compromising for profit. Unfortunately, this ambitious goal has drifted away from Disney's priorities, while Universal now leads the way. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun developing it. If you liked it, like it, and subscribe to see more. See you in the next one.